Hello, good morning. In the previous class, we are understanding the topic that is the quantum theory of parametricism, and in that topic, we are remaining in a ending topic that is the parametric susceptibility. So, in the previous class, we are calculating resultant magnetic moment per unit volume. That is m is equals to m has the value m is equals to means the resultant magnetic moment. That is resultant magnetic moment per unit volume and this value become m is equals to this value m is equals to capital M is equals to nj j into j plus 1. Okay, j into j plus 1 gj square g suffix j square mu b square. Okay, mu b square and capital B divided by 3 kt. In that, n is the number of atoms. Okay, j into j plus 1 is the azimuthal quantum number of the total orbital quantum number. Gj square is the Landé splitting factor or called the G factor. Mu b square is the Bohr's magneton, and this capital B is the magnetic field. Okay, here K is the constant and this is T is the temperature. Okay, so these are the total, this is the total value for the resultant magnetic moment per unit volume. Okay, so this equation in our previous class is the 8th number equation. So then again, so in this class we are performing paramagnetic susceptibility by using quantum theory. So we already know the formula for the paramagnetic susceptibility. So this paramagnetic susceptibility denoted by the letter psi for para substance. Psi magnetic property is equals to mu 0 m divided by B. Okay, so this is the formula which we already apply in the Langevin theory. So psi magnetic susceptibility for the paramagnetic substances, psi of para is equals to mu 0 m divided by B. So therefore psi magnetic susceptibility is equals to mu 0 is the constant term, that is the permeability in the free space, mu 0 into value of m. So put this value of m and j into j plus 1 here, gj square and mu b square into b divided by 3 kt and divided by again b. Okay, so this b and b cancel with each other. Okay, numerator denominator cancel and we get the total value psi magnetic paramagnetic susceptibility of paramagnetic substances, that is n mu 0 j plus 1 gj square and mu b square divided by 3 kt. Okay, so this is the psi magnetic paramagnetic susceptibility. So we can write this as a psi of para is equals to n mu 0 here gj square mu b square into j plus 1 divided by 3 kt. Okay, then again this constant, that is if we remove this j into j plus 1 sign and we take some constant, that is, and this gj here we are write down the here gj square j into j plus 1 and here we write mu b square. So this constant, this is the Landau splitting factor or the G factor, and this j into j plus 1 we write here, that is the letter P. So therefore psi of para is equals to, we write here n mu 0, here P square, okay, P square and mu b square divided by 3kt. Okay, and where we are taking constant, so where P square is equals to, where P square is equals to, we write here gj square j into j plus 1, and here this gj square j into j plus 1 can be write as again, then we take after some time. So this cymatic paramedic susceptibility is equals to, this is the constant t, and we write this all term as a constant exposed t. So this can be written as the c by t, and where this mu effective, sorry, this is not the term, we write here again one term, that is psi of para is equals to n mu 0 and mu 0, and here mu effective square divided by 3kt. Here the new constant mu effective, that is this mu effective square is nothing but the P square and mu b square. Okay, this mu effective is equals to P square and mu b square. That means P means gj square j into j plus 1 and mu b square. Here P gives the effective number of Bohr's magneton, as mu effective is equals to P mu b, and which gives P gives effective numbers of Bohr's magneton. Okay, this P gives the effective numbers of Bohr magneton. So both have the square, mu effective square P square mu b square is equals to gj square j plus 1 mu b square. So therefore we can write as mu effective is equals to P mu b, and here P gives the effective numbers of Bohr magnetons. So that's why we can write this term paramagnetic susceptibility, we can write, that is here again we write a constant, that is c by t, where c is equals to constant, that is which constant? C is the constant and given by, where c is constant and given by, that is n mu 0 mu effective divided by 3k. So as we put the value of mu effective again, we get the long term, that is mu b square gj square j into j plus 1. Okay, so that means c is equals to, this c is equals to n mu 0 mu b square, then again gj square j into j plus 1 divided by 3k. So that is called the, this c is called the constant, it is called the Curie's constant. Curie's constant. Okay, so c is the constant and given by the value c is equals to n mu 0 mu effective square divided by 3k, and this is called the Curie's constant. And this equation that we write So this T is the constant, so we can write this equation C is equals to, so that is psi for para is equals to C by T. So this is called the Curie's law. Curie law. This is called the Curie's law. That is parametric susceptibility of parametric substances. Susceptibility of parametric substances is equals to C by T, means inversely proportional to the absolute temperature of the substances. So that's why this is called the Curie's law. So by using this quantum theory of parametric substances, we can prove the Curie's law by using quantum numbers. Okay, so in another way we can prove this equation by using the Langevin theory of parameterism, and this is another way to prove the Curie's law, that is psi of para is equals to C by T, means susceptibility of parametric substances is inversely proportional to the absolute temperature of the substance. So this is called the Curie's law. So in this way our topic is completed, that is the quantum theory of parametric substances is completed. In the next class we will see the hysteresis loop. Okay, thank you.